The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is mianmohsinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People, based upon a real-life relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.mianmohsinzia.com and www.amazon.com/mianmohsinzia.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author mianmohsinzia of No Time for Love called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com and over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible, coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Also heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a wonderful gentleman who's an actor and also a writer, soon to be a director, and also an acting teacher as well, too. And also taking up, making a big impact in the movie industry today. He grew up in Lone Grove, Oklahoma, family of 16 kids. And, of course, he's got an amazing story to talk about, just going from beginning to up to where he's at today. And he's been featured in quite a number of movies like Jailwagon, Killer's Reprieve, Little Mermaid, Killing Holly, Bail Out, and, of course, Texas Heat and a lot more. And packing a lot of Texas Heat live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios and somewhere in deep in the heart of Texas, the pride of Lone Grove, Oklahoma, actor, the very talented Mark Edward Howell. Mark, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, good afternoon or good evening to you. good to be here.
Well, it's great to have you on board as well, too, Mark. So you come from a family of 16 kids, which is just amazing. Right. And you grew up in Lone Grove, Oklahoma. You've also been featured in Jailwagon, Killer's Reprieve, and also Little Mermaid, Killing Holly, Bailout, Texas Heat, and you also got some projects. You also teach classes as well, too. And you've got an amazing career that's ahead of you. A lot of people have talked about you. And before getting into all that, tell us how you first got started, Mark.
Well, I've been from Lone Grove, Oklahoma. There's a small town. It was the hills, and the house got a lot of homes and stuff like that. My parents are both gone. I'm next to the youngest, and we were country kids. And anyway, we went to Lone Grove School, and I was bullied all through school. You know, I was the fastest tree runner, though.
Run, Forrest, run!
Yeah, you got that right. And but yeah, I got through all that, and it wasn't easy. I hit a lot, and but now I'm doing fantastic. I'm just blessed. I'm happy. God's been watching over me everywhere, and I'm just so happy where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm. And that's amazing, too. And, of course, you also lived on the streets as well, too, fought walking pneumonia and diagnosed with several cancers. You survived. And tell us, what was it like, during that time?
During living on the streets, it was rough. I didn't know it was supposed to be a lesson to be learned until later. I got trapped in human trafficking, and because I was very young and naive, I was just not. I didn't have any confidence or anything. I just got tricked into it, and then saw a lot of things that were very, very, very horrible, and a lot of horrible things happened to me too. Been stabbed and beaten, and having to watch them hurt other people was not a pretty thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, I was blessed to one day. I had gotten thrown in an alley and beaten, and I know they couldn't have robbed me because I didn't have nothing but a mood ring that turns your finger green, and I'm sure they didn't want that. But what I call an angel was a light. It was sweeping the ground, telling me where I need to go and which way to go, and I only had a dime in my pocket. And it led me out to another alley, like the alley road, and I found a quarter. That's back when it was 35 cents to make a call. And then the light took me to a phone booth at a 7-Eleven, and just put a number in my head, and I punched those numbers, and it was my brother Philip, and he came and picked me up. And that's how I got out of that. Of course, I had a couple of people tell me that they were looking for me, that they were going to hurt me, so I had to stay out of the Dallas area for at least 2 years, lay low. And my brother helped me very. I was so blessed. I appreciated him so much.
Mm-hmm. And of course, God bless him as well, too. And he also survived as well, too. Before we talk more about, going through some other ventures as well, too. And, you got into acting and, along the way. And what was that one precise moment that got you into acting?
Well, all my life I wanted to be in entertainment. I wrote lyrics when I was younger. In my teenage years, I wrote a lot of lyrics. I had gotten contracts, but my parents wouldn't, like my dad said, get a man's job. He didn't support it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote lyrics and stuff, so I was entertaining. I did puppet shows at home. I made them laugh at home. I entertained them at home. I even dressed up and entertained my family. And then later, after being off the streets and all that, I met my partner of my life. We've been together 34 and a half years. And he helped me go to college, get a job, helped me get a car, taught me a lot of carpentry and all kinds of things. Very brilliant. And I decided I wanted to go to school now. It was time for me to go to school. Before I went to college, I ended up going to theater, doing a lot of theater. And so I started going to this KD college in Dallas, and that was a 2-year course that I took. But and it was not just about acting; it was about improving yourself, getting rid of the past, how to talk about the past, how to work through that. And I have Reese McCormick, who was my teacher in what she called creative processing, and it's the psychological side of acting, and that changed everything about me in my life. And I don't let people take me for granted anymore. After that, I don't let people take me for granted. I don't let people talk down to me. And but that college, I mainly went to better myself. And I ended up graduating.
That was amazing. Wow. I mean, that is one heck of a story. And who are some of your favorite actors and actresses, and also what are some of your favorite movies growing up?
Grease was always a great one. The musical Grease. And then, of course, Kathy Bates is always my favorite. Everything she's in, I don't care what she's in. That's my goal one day, is to have a role next to her. But growing up, Don Knotts, absolutely. Ernest T. Bass, Don Knotts, what's his name? Hey Vern, did the blueberry ice cream. He did Vern Scared Stupid. I can't remember what his name is.
Varney,
Jim Varney.
Jim Varney. I was just going to say, like, know what I mean, Vern?
Yeah.
Know what I mean, Vern?
Yeah, that's my buddy right there. Let me tell you. Him and Don. I mostly get a lot of roles when I do my Western roles. I'm always getting the roles to play like a Don Knotts type.
Oh, really? Okay, you must have watched a lot of Andy Griffith or something.
Oh, I still watch it every day.
Oh, it's amazing! I love that show.
Yeah, and Lucille Ball was always my favorite. Carol Burnett, Tim Conway. The Carol Burnett show was my favorite growing up. But I love sketch comedy. That's one of my other goals. Was I want to have the Mark Edward Howell show. It's going to be like Carol Burnett. I want that so bad, because I practiced falling down the stairs slowly like Tim Conway did. In slow mo. It wasn't easy, let me tell you. And but yeah, I'm comedian. I can do comedy and I can do extreme drama. I actually had a guy in L.A. tell me that I'm one of the few actors that can go from extreme comedy to extreme drama, and that was a great, kind word that encouraged me more. And well, his name is Patrick Cole, and Patrick Coleman in L.A. He came out here and directed a sitcom pilot I was in called Airheads, the TV show. And so that really didn't go anywhere. They were trying to market it, and something happened. I don't know what happened on that side, And but I got the clip. I think I sent you all those clips too.
Mm-hmm.
And but then my extreme comedy, extreme drama was a short film I did for UT, and it was called Trans. That was really, really emotional. That was a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had to go back in my situation, back where living on the streets and things that happened to me. I had to use that, so I had to bring it back to life.
Ooh, that's got to be tough. It's really got to be difficult.
Yeah, it was really tough. It was tough. But you know what? I knew I had to go to that spot if I wanted to be an actor. But really, the cool one was when I auditioned, there was 11 actors. I was the only one that fell to the floor in a fetal position and cried. None of the other actors did that.
Wow.
And they said that was the reason I got the part, because I went to that spot.
Mm-hmm. That is so amazing, and of course we'll talk about some of your upcoming projects and more as well too. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look on a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author mianmohsinzia of No Time for Love, called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon. Other retailers available on all formats today. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com and over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon Audible, coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with actor and very aspiring and very talented Mark Edward Howell on the Mike Wagner Show from Lone Grove, Oklahoma, and now in the Texas area. And he's also got some upcoming projects. And you also went through some trials as well, too, that you also played very well when you lived on the streets. And you also won some parts. You told me about how you reenacted a part. You also got diagnosed with several cancers and survived. And maybe tell us about some of the cancers and how did you manage to beat them? Especially during the pandemic, people normally give up. I mean, you have an inspiring story to tell.
I believe that I was put into chemo for the other people, not myself. Because there were some really depressed people in there, so I had to make them laugh. I had to make them feel better. So I made 5 new friends out of there, and even the doctors and nurses, they really loved me, and I loved them. They really did a good job, but I never really got sick. For 3 months I was down, but, I didn't throw up but a couple of times. And I think the key to the whole thing is staying positive, being joyous, making others laugh, and stay smiling and keep others going.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the key. And making, because I believe that's what God wanted me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did it all through chemo. I did it all through radiation. I even they made me a really cool mask because they had to pin my head down so that my head didn't move during the radiation when I went through the tubular. And it was like a Batman mask. It covered my chest and my head. It was a netted mask. Oh, it was really cool. And I said, oh, man, I want that. I want to keep that. I'm going to keep that. I might have to use it someday. So they gave it to the nurse, and the nurses there gave it to me, and the doctor told me that it's yours. So that was pretty cool.
Wow!
But they had to mold the face to my face, and it was tight. It was tight, but there was a reason for it. Because if you're moving around, you don't want to get the radiation where you don't want it or don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
But I had it from. Go ahead.
No. Go on what you're saying. I mean, you got an amazing story.
But I had the mask thing went from the mid chest all the way up to my top of my head, and when I got through radiation, I started losing my hair. But during chemo, my taste buds just went down. I wasn't eating much. The taste buds was gone. My inner ear was shrunk, so it caused hearing problems. Pardon me. Caused hearing problems, and now I'm having to have a hearing aid. I still have I can't spit. I don't have any spit, so I have to keep water with me 24/7. And my mouth dries very fast. And so that was the after effect, or side effect, if you will. And then I think it was the chemo that gave me neuropathy in the right leg, because I'm limping right now. And But I'm getting through it. I'm just doing it. They said it may take about 2 years before any of that starts to clear up. But for now, I had a company that funded the hearing aids for me. So that was pretty cool. I'll get those in a couple of weeks. Right now, I'm just wearing what they call amplifiers.
Mm-hmm.
And then my sinuses, it messed up my sinuses in the middle of my face, right in the nose, my sinuses. It gave me sinus allergies. But that seems to be clearing up a little bit better. But I'm taking medicine for that. But instead of having 13 different medicines a day now, I'm down to about 4.
Wow.
So, but yeah, when I was in chemo, they had a newspaper article came out on me, and I entertained those photographers. I made them follow me in the chemo room. I made them sit there in a chair. They were having so much fun. They laughed, and they had a good time. They said they're going to remember this interview. So that was a lot of fun. They took some good pictures and sent me some of the pictures that they took, and that was neat. And the guy said he'd sure like to have a story on me. And so I haven't heard back from him, because I've been wanting someone to write a story on my life, because I'm not that good of a writer. I'm learning. But I had 2 people that were doing the writing, and I met with them and started writing about my life, from the streets from the street to the stage to film. And I haven't heard from them in over a year now, after I gave them a little bit of information. And that really kind of discouraged me from looking for someone to write, but now I'm back to looking for somebody to help write the story.
Okay.
From living on the streets to where I am today.
Okay. And also, too, that I also noticed, too, that not only do TV and film, you also been in some commercials as well, too. And, of course, I'm looking up right now that, you also have been in Doritos commercial, Rainbow Falls, and also, a little bit of air conditioning. And, you do some Christian rap. I didn't know you did that. It's like, you must be a good rapper.
I've been in quite a few music videos. I was in for Superman Radio, 21 Flick, and the Christian Rock. And then I had one where I played the lead singer called Sha-La-La.
Mm-hmm.
I did that one. I got another Christian Rock one that we're going to be doing. They wanted me to help produce it. And then I got another guy who's doing a music video and talked to me about doing his music video with him. But right now I've been in 2 different Christian rock films. And I love it. I love every minute of it. Of course, I like anything in front of the camera anyway.
Don't we all?
Yeah. The commercials, I did Old Spice body wash back in 2007. I had to sing in the shower, in a portable shower. And I did several Texas Lottery commercials. And I did the air conditioning commercials. I've done a lot of those. But yeah, I like doing commercials too. I love doing commercials. I did one for a UTA Denny, at a Denny's for UTA, which is over in Arlington, Texas. And so I did a commercial for them. And but I did some extras. I did principals. I did lead roles in all the different Texas Lottery commercials.
Mm.
And then, of course, some local attorney commercials.
Oh, yeah. I know how that goes. So are you encouraging people to sue or something? Call this number. So.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things I do is people that are just starting now, especially the younger ones. I mentor a lot of younger people and some adults. I'm mentoring them, show them what websites to go to, how to find jobs, in the film industry, or what schools they need to go to, what they need to look for in their casting,
Mm-hmm.
when they go to audition. I teach them how to build character, how to use their characters, and how to build the characters, using their facial expressions, body language, and eye contact. But I help them a lot. But nowadays, it's best to go to school, go to classes to start with. The way I started out years ago was I knew college kids that were graduating are doing film theses, so they need actors for their film theses. So that's where I started learning a lot of stuff. I probably did about 12 to 15 college films, and what I tell the kids is the best way to do that is the best way to get into it is to go to those film theses at the colleges, and there you will learn about connection, connecting with people, networking with people, and the more you connect and the more you network, the better you are because people will start hearing about you. And, later on in the future, that's what the kids go to school for, the director, producers, writers. Well, I have a friend of mine that I had did a short film for when he was in college, and now he works with Steven Spielberg.
Wow, amazing!
So and I'd say he's the assistant to the assistant.
assistant. I think most of us start like that. I mean, my life, I started assistant to assistant to assistant to assistant to assistant.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's a way to do it, but times are changing, especially with COVID now. A lot of the auditions are now self-tape, and the interviews are either on Zoom or Skype. Which makes it a lot easier because you had to go to LA, and now is not a good time to go anywhere. The best thing to do right now is video.
Mm-hmm.
Skype or Zoom or whatever. And they had I've Skyped quite a few times, and I've gotten one roll off of Skype, but you got to figure out how you want to do it, because some of them will do Zoom, some of them do Skype, and some of them do Duo, different ones. So you got to have all those on there.
Skype, Zoom, and Duo. To be honest with you, that's totally new to me, and I'm still learning that. So, and what are some of the other video options out there?
I'm sorry, what is
I said, what are some of the other video options out there? You got Skype, you got Zoom, now you got Duo.
Skype, Zoom, Duo. I think those are the three main ones. And Facebook, FaceTime.
Mm-hmm.
FaceTime, some of them on there. I talked to some of my family on Duo. But I think those are the main ones. Actually, I think that's about all I know that's on there that I've looked at. And but Duo was the easiest, best one, and it's free. And like Zoom, you get 40 minutes free.
Mm-hmm.
Duo, you get free all the way through.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, and so that's what I use to talk to my brothers and sisters. Because we had 1, 2, 3, 4 of it. I think it was 4 of us on there. I don't know about getting 16 on there. Then I wouldn't be able to squint my eye to see who they are. And but yeah, I've been video. A lot of them want you to do a video, which my manager, who is also my coach, Twyla Barnett, I go to the Weatherford Acting Academy, which is the WACT. We call it WACT because we're a WACT family. And Twyla Barnett is an amazing, amazing woman. She does it all. I mean, everything. And in the school that I'm going to, we're not just sit there and teach about monologues and scenes. We get out and film. We get out and write. We get out and direct. We produce stand-up comedy. We're doing all of it, production, everything from the back to the front. And I totally enjoy it. And but yeah, she'll take some of our auditions and send it in to some of the people she knows, because she worked with people out of Los Angeles and Texas and Louisiana, whatever. wherever she's, she's an excellent manager.
That is amazing.
She's very caring. She's very caring of her people.
Okay. All right, that's great. And how do people get a hold of you at the Weatherford Acting Academy?
You can go to, you can type it in at the Weatherford Acting Academy. You can type it in your search engine, and it'll come up, and it's from Weatherford, Texas.
Weatherford, Texas. Okay. All right, sounds good. And we'll have everyone come over here and get some great lessons from you. And what's coming up next for the very talented Mark David Howell? We'll find out in just a minute, but first listen to .com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author mianmohsinzia of No Time for Love called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love would be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com and over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartradio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible, coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with actor and very talented Mark David Howell here on the Mike Wagner Show from Lone Grove, Oklahoma, and now in the Texas area. And he's been featured in Jailwagon, Killer's Reprieve, Little Mermaid, Killing Holly, Bailout, and a lot more. He does some teaching classes at Weatherford Acting Academy as well, and just a great story behind everything all about Mark David Howell. Love to have him back on very soon. And just a few more things here, Mark. What can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond?
Right now with the COVID going on, it's really tough. So it's the auditioning thing right now. Because not a lot of them are doing too much, even locally. You got the independent films, is mainly what's going on. The productions are now taking place in Atlanta, Georgia, and Louisiana. So I'm just keeping myself busy and auditioning and keeping up with Atlanta, as well as Louisiana and L.A. So I really don't have anything coming up as far as I had 2 auditions, but haven't heard back anything. Doesn't mean anything, but but hopefully something coming up soon. I'm on Facebook as Mark Edward Howell. I'm always putting stuff up there. If anything does pop up, it comes up on there. And so I've been trying to stay in because, going with the COVID and then going through what I went through with the radiation chemo, I'm really susceptible to the COVID. And I'm a very high risk, like the doctor said. And so I've been staying at home.
Okay.
And so I'm going to be just videotaping myself. I did one today and had to do a class project, or I had to do a video today. So I'm keeping my skills sharpened.
And that's a good thing, too, during the pandemic. Learn all you can. That's the motto. And who do you consider biggest influence in the career, Mark?
I'm sorry?
Who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
My college teacher, Reese McCormick, and my partner, as well as my manager coach, who is also my friend, a very good friend. And that's Twyla Barnett at WACT Academy. I was going to tell you also, you go to wactshowcase.com, and you'll get all the information.
Okay, and what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
At this point, like you said, learn all you can right now, because that's all you can do. And do some clips of yourself, put it up on YouTube, put it on your page, on your Facebook, on all the social medias. And sharpen your skills, skills sharpened, and use the mirror exercise.
I can use going to the mirror myself too, but continue on here. So,
well, see, when you use the mirror exercise, it's over articulating is for one. The other one is body language. Learn more about yourself. You learn more about yourself, and talk to the people that you want to talk to that have loved ones that have gone on, and sit there and talk to them like they were sitting in the room.
Okay.
And that helps you get through that, because later in the future, if you get a part that where you have to go back and go to that spot, that will help you.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a really good idea. And once again, actor and the very multi-talented Mark David Howell here on the Mike Wagner Show. Mark, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Very inspiring, by the way. Yeah. And looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor. Keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. You've been great. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people check out your works at?
They can go to my YouTube, type in my full name, Mark Edward Howell. They can go to my Facebook, Mark Edward Howell. Then they can go to waxshowcase.com. They had some videos up on there that we did in our classes and stuff, little short films and things that we're learning, and it teaches you. We have a Be in a Film Club, which is another thing that's awesome, because you go out and you actually film. You don't sit in the classroom.
Okay.
So those are places you can find me. IMDb. You can find me on IMDb. You have to now on IMDb they have me as Mark E. Howell, and they have another one as Mark Edward Howell. I've got to get those combined, but Mark E. Howell is the main IMDb right now.
Okay. All right, well, check that out. Once again, Mark, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely great. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. You've got a great career going. Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. And, I was going to tell you also that mianmohsinzia is Missing is an excellent book.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, Custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is mianmohsinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based upon a real-life relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.mianmohsinzia.com and www.amazon.com/mianmohsinzia.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.